guys and girls, welcome back to the video. Now today we are on Wild Horse Islands, talking about why I feel like Wild Horse Islands is dying and also lacking players. So let's start. Now I'm re-recording this again because the last recording I recorded for this exact game lost sound for some reason, so we're doing it again. So let's start. And also I have got a blocked ear still, so it's probably going to sound a bit strange. So let's start. Okay, so the first issue I feel like is the event. Now, the event is the same every single year. It's the same island and whatever. So the winter event is the same thing every year. It repeats the same thing every single time. It's very repetitive in that regard. The only thing that's different is the horses this year, like every year. But yeah, that is a problem because the events are very repetitive. It's the same thing each time. There's no changes to them. Now, my next point is the islands. Now, we've had these islands for ages. I feel like we could add more islands to the regular islands tab here. I feel like we need more islands because near enough everyone has investigated these islands more than once, so I feel like we need more islands in this section. And here as well, like maybe more special islands or something. Maybe have a market island. I know we've got private islands already, but maybe have a market island where players can have horse stalls in like a market hub where you could have markets in the hub to sell horses on. So then people don't have to keep going back to each other's islands to buy stuff. Maybe do like a market hub as well, purely to sell horses on. That could be cool. So have market hub horse stalls that you can sell horses on, like the trading hub, but a hub where it's market based. So like sell things on. That could be an okay idea. Don't know. But yeah, and also my next point. We're on to my next point. So, the lack of things to do. Now I know we have quests, right? But these, once you've done all of these, you're now stuck with nothing to do, really. Like, these are fine, but the point being is, yes, you give us quests to do, but it's not really like keeping us engaged. Wild Horse Islands gets boring very quickly. It's probably like, yeah, give us quests to do, but there's nothing to do on the map that much, except for capturing horses. That's it. It's very repetitive. There's nothing new to do. I feel like they could add more stuff to do on each island. Like maybe have a specific mini game, like a mini game for each island. That would be cool. So every island will have a certain mini game to keep people engaged a bit longer. That could be an idea. in my opinion, is very toxic. The community's gotten very toxic, and it's kind of ruining the game by having a toxic community. Like most Roblox games have, they do have that certain part of the community that's toxic. I'm not saying everyone in the community is toxic. I'm just saying in general that the community is toxic. There are people in the community that are very toxic, and that is what ruins the game. Is people aren't friendly anymore. Like, a lot of them are turned quite mean, and like, it just draws people away from the game, especially children. Like, a lot of kids play this game, like, and a lot of people are very mean to them, and it draws them away from playing, which is unfair for the players. You get what I mean? And now on to my next point. For people who are on max level, you've unlocked everything, you've captured everything. What's next after that? Now, there's nothing much to do when you're on max level. A lot of people have quit because there's nothing to do, and come back when there's like been an event. So there's an event now. A lot of people that are on my level, like 750 is the max level, have quit the game because there's nothing to do. That's the problem. There's not much to do with the game. That's why people aren't playing as much. That's why Wild Horse Island's player count is lower, because there's not much to do, and the majority of players are children as well. But the point being is there's not much to do. The events are very repetitive, they're sort of the same thing every time, there's nothing new. The islands are all repetitive, there's nothing new to them. I just feel like we need more additions to the game that might actually keep you engaged for longer. If they add more stuff. And another big issue with the game is value scamming. Now there's a lot of value scamming going around as well, where players want really high rare horses for a horse that's not even as rare as the horse that they want, you know? So like they offer, let's say you was offering, let's say you was taking offers for a Ornishnik care. Let's have an example. Here we go. Right, this is an example. So let's say if you was taking offers for a neon blue Ornishnik care, and you see offers, and you ask them to add too much. That's a value scam. You're asking them to add more than what your horse is actually worth. Because if you see here, their chance, right, is 1 out of 3.14 million. That's not that big compared to a higher tier, you know? And also there's another thing that ruins the game as well, is there's too much high expectations with trading now. So many people on the game want Ornishnik cares and naturally buys more now, and they don't really want normal horses like most new players will have. The trading's got very high standards now. A lot of people want like really high rare stuff for something that's little, like let's say an example, let me think, mismatch or something, like a low tier mismatch. People want loads of coins for those, when they're not even worth that many coins. Like, a low tier mismatch typically, I mean, I'm no good at values, so correct me if I'm wrong, but a typically a mismatch goes for like in between 200k to 300k tokens, and I've seen so many people wanting more money than that for a low tier for God's sake. It's a low tier. My next point is lack of horse breeds, possibly. Yes, we have a lot already, but I feel like they could add more horse breeds to the game, possibly, to, you know, hunt with, hunt for, whatever. I'm trying to think. The value issue as well. There's a big issue with values right now because so many people don't know values. I barely do. I feel like what would be useful is to add a value section underneath your stat bit here. Add a bit that says value and what the value is in numbers or something, just to give you a rough idea of what value they are. So then it gives players more guidance to sell things for. This support gives you more guidance, doesn't it? So I feel like that's pretty much it. And also the lack of players' interest in the game now is, like I said, there's not really much to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah. And a disclaimer for when we finish the video. All of this is my opinion. And if you don't like it, I don't care. If you don't like my opinion, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Everything's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. I ain't gonna argue with you. I don't care. So yeah, and to end off this video, if you liked this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!